Did you know that some ordinary-looking, badly worn coins in your pocket could actually be worth thousands, or even millions of dollars? In today's video, we're revealing the shocking truth behind rare Washington quarters from 1998, valuable state quarters, and the 2012 Monticello Jefferson Nickel, coins that most people ignore because of their bad condition, but collectors desperately hunt for due to hidden errors, rare varieties, and mint mistakes. Stay till the end, because one small detail on these coins could completely change your life. First up, the Washington quarter dated 1998 with the D mint mark, struck at the Denver Mint, is a classic example of late 20th century United States circulating coinage and represents one of the final standard issues of the traditional Washington quarter design before the historic transformation of the series with the launch of the 50-state quarters program in 1999, making it symbolically important despite its common availability. And this coin continues the design legacy that began in 1932 when sculptor John Flanagan created the iconic left-facing portrait of George Washington for the obverse, a dignified and realistic depiction inspired by Jean-Antoine Houdon's famous bust, with the inscriptions, "Liberty," prominently displayed along the upper rim, "In God We Trust," placed to the left of Washington's neck, and the date, 1998, centered along the bottom, while the small D mint mark appears on the obverse to the right of Washington's ponytail, clearly identifying the coin as a Denver Mint issue. The reverse retains the long-used heraldic design featuring a powerful bald eagle with wings spread wide, perched atop a bundle of arrows to symbolize military readiness, flanked by olive branches representing peace, with United States of America arched across the top and quarter dollar inscribed below, a design that by 1998 had become deeply ingrained in American visual culture through decades of daily use. Compositionally, the 1998 D Washington quarter follows the post-1965 copper-nickel-clad standard, consisting of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving the coin a total weight of 5.67 grams, a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and a reeded edge, and unlike pre-1965 quarters, it contains no silver, meaning its intrinsic metal value is minimal and its worth is primarily numismatic rather than bullion-based. The mintage figure for the 1998 D quarter is extremely high, with approximately 821 million coins struck, reflecting the strong demand for circulating coinage during the late 1990s U.S. economy and making this issue one of the most common Washington quarters encountered today, still frequently found in pocket change, coin jars, and bank rolls. Because of this massive production, the vast majority of circulated examples grade between good G and very fine VF are extremely fine XF, showing flattened high points on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, reduced luster, and numerous contact marks from decades of circulation, and such coins are generally worth face value 25 cents, while about uncirculated O examples retain more detail and slight original luster and may be saved by collectors but still carry only modest premiums. Uncirculated mint state MS examples are where collector interest begins to increase, especially coins graded MS64 to MS66, which may be worth a few dollars depending on eye appeal, strike sharpness, and surface preservation, while truly high-end pieces graded MS67 or higher are scarce due to bag marks and mass production flaws common in Denver Mint output of the era, and these top population coins can command significantly higher prices at auction, sometimes reaching into the tens or even over $100 when certified by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. Beyond standard strikes, collectors also pay attention to error coins associated with the 1998 D quarter, including off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchettes, struck through errors, die cracks, cut formations, and rotated dies, all of which can add substantial value depending on severity and eye appeal. While dramatic and authenticated mint errors are far rarer than normal coins and are actively sought by specialists, historically and culturally, the 1998 D Washington quarter occupies a unique place because it was minted during the final year of the original Washington quarter design era, just before the U.S. Mint launched the enormously successful State Quarters program, which reinvigorated coin collecting across the United States and internationally, meaning that the 1998 D issue represents the closing chapter of a design that had served the nation continuously for more than 6 decades. For beginner collectors, this coin is an excellent educational piece for learning about mint marks, grading standards, modern clad composition, and mass production minting techniques, while for advanced collectors it is typically pursued only in exceptionally high grades or as part of a complete Washington quarter date and mint collection, and although it is not rare, not silver, and not normally valuable, the 1998 D Washington quarter remains an important artifact of everyday American commerce, reflecting the economic conditions, minting technology, and numismatic traditions of the late 1990s, and it stands as a familiar yet historically meaningful coin that bridges the classic Washington quarter series and the modern commemorative style circulating coin programs that followed. Next up, the 2012 Jefferson, often spelled Jefferson, by collectors nickel with the D mint mark, struck at the Denver Mint, is a modern United States 5-cent coin that represents the continuation of one of the longest-running coin series in American history, originally introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel, and by 2012 the Jefferson nickel had already undergone multiple design changes while still maintaining its core identity centered on Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse of the 2012 D nickel features a forward-facing, highly detailed portrait of Jefferson designed by sculptor Jamie Franke, first introduced in 2006, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," along the left rim, "Liberty," and the date, 2012, to the right, and the D mint mark placed near the date, clearly identifying the coin as a Denver Mint issue, while the reverse proudly displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home and one of the most famous buildings in early American architecture, depicted with crisp neoclassical lines, a visible staircase, and strong symmetry, accompanied by the inscriptions, E pluribus unum, across the top, Monticello, in bold lettering, 5 cents, and United States of America, below. Compositionally, the 2012 D Jefferson nickel follows the long-established alloy used since 1946, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving the coin a distinctive silver-gray appearance, a weight of 5.00 grams, a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, and a smooth plain edge, with no precious metal content, meaning its value is based entirely on collectability rather than bullion. The Denver Mint produced roughly over 200 million 2012 D nickels, making it a common circulation issue created primarily to meet everyday transactional demand during a time when physical coinage was still heavily used in commerce despite the rise of digital payments, and because of this high mintage, the majority of examples found today are circulated, showing varying degrees of wear such as smoothing on Jefferson's hair and cheek, loss of fine detail in Monticello's steps, muted luster, and contact marks from bulk handling and circulation. In worn or average circulated condition, the 2012 D Jefferson nickel is generally worth face value, 5 cents, and even in lightly circulated about uncirculated condition it carries minimal premium, making it an accessible coin for beginners and casual collectors. However, collector interest increases for mint state MS examples that retain full original luster and sharp detail, particularly coins graded MS65 or higher, which may sell for a few dollars depending on eye appeal, while exceptionally well-preserved specimens graded MS67 or MS68 are far scarcer due to modern minting marks, bag abrasions, and planchet imperfections, and such high-grade coins can command significantly higher prices when certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Beyond normal strikes, the 2012 D Jefferson nickel becomes far more exciting and valuable when associated with mint errors or rare varieties, including off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, lamination errors, die cracks, cud breaks, struck through grease or debris, and rotated die errors, all of which can dramatically increase a coin's value depending on severity, visual impact, and authentication, while collectors also pay close attention to full-step Monticello details, as coins showing sharply defined steps on the building are harder to find and are more desirable in high grades. Historically, the 2012 D Monticello Jefferson Nickel reflects modern U.S. mint technology, high-speed production, and changing economic conditions of the early 2010s, and although it lacks the romance of silver coinage or the scarcity of early-date nickels, it serves as an important part of complete Jefferson nickel collections and modern-era coin studies. For many collectors, especially those who enjoy searching rolls from banks, the 2012 D nickel offers the thrill of discovery, as rare errors or exceptionally sharp strikes can still be found at face value, and while it is not normally worth large sums in ordinary condition, its educational value, historical continuity, and potential for error-based rarity make the 2012 D Monticello Jefferson Nickel a meaningful modern coin that connects everyday pocket change to over 8 decades of American numismatic tradition. Please like and subscribe to my channel.